Hey everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria. So in this video I'm going to be working through one of the dilemmas I was presented with on Instagram. I was recently contacted by someone who wasn't sure about the best route for them to take to become a Band 5 registered nurse. He wasn't sure about whether to take the nursing apprenticeship route or whether to take the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree route. If you guys do have any dilemmas, then make sure you follow me on Instagram. Put your dilemmas there, and then the dilemmas that are the most popular will be the ones that I'll be doing a video on. So here goes. I have a quick question about nursing. An apprenticeship in adult nursing, is it almost the same thing as a degree? Like after you complete your apprenticeship program, you become a fully qualified registered nurse, right? The apprenticeship degree for nursing is the same thing, right? You'll be doing as undergraduate degree where you'll have to do placement work, assignments, essay, presentation and exams. Would you recommend studying a degree or a nursing degree apprenticeship? What would you recommend? An apprenticeship or an undergraduate nursing course? He says that the nursing degree apprenticeship and the 3-year undergraduate degree, they're similar. Yes, they are very similar. I do have a video that talks about the pros and the disadvantages of different routes into nursing. I will leave a link for that in the description box, and I will put an eye up above. So if you haven't already watched that, watch that video because that video is super informative. But yes, both programs are very similar. Whereas a 3-year undergraduate degree is obviously 3 years, the nursing degree apprenticeship program tends to be 4 years, but it really does depend on whether you have any accreditation of prior learning. The more accreditations of prior learning you have in relation to nursing, the shorter it will be. But if you're starting from ground zero, you have no credits in relation to nursing, then yeah, the maximum time it normally takes is around 4 years. And he's basically saying, would you recommend studying a degree or a nursing degree apprenticeship program? And I'm going to say right from the beginning, it really depends on what your situation is. If you already work as a healthcare assistant at a particular hospital, at a particular trust, and they're saying, hey, we have an opportunity for you to go on to this 4-year nursing degree apprenticeship program and to come out as a Band 5 registered nurse, it may be a bit better than if you were, a fresh college student. You've never worked in a healthcare field before, and the easiest option for you may be to just go on to the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree program. I do believe that both programs are really good and are equally as good, and I wouldn't weigh one higher than the other. But like I said, it really does depend on your situation. A lot of people have said, oh well, I know you've already done your 4-year undergraduate master's degree program, but if you had the opportunity to do the nursing apprenticeship program, would I have done a nursing apprenticeship program? When I started my nursing degree program, the tuition fees were paid for, whereas as of August 2017, the tuition fees for the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree program is no longer paid for, and I feel like that is a massive game changer. I do know that a lot of nursing degree apprenticeship programs, some trusts will pay your tuition fees while you're on that program, but make sure you clarify that with your employer because not all trusts will pay for it. One advantage that I mentioned in my video where I compared different routes into nursing, like I said, I'll link it below. One advantage of the nursing degree apprenticeship program is that you are paid a salary while you are on that program. So if you're used to having some sort of income and you want to make sure that while you are studying for your degree, you still have an income, then the nursing degree apprenticeship program may be better. The income probably won't be any higher than what you're earning now as a healthcare assistant or whatever role you're in now, but at least it's still some sort of salary. Whereas when you're on the undergraduate 3-year university degree, you're not paid any salary and you're basically working 33 hours of placement every week for free. You're not getting any money for that. So if I was in your situation and the trust was saying, we're going to pay for your tuition fees, but we'll also give you a salary, and at the end of the 4 years, you'll finish with a Band 5 registered nurse registration with the NMC, then of course I'm going to go for the nursing degree apprenticeship program. In comparison to the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree where you pay for your £9,000 tuition fees, more than likely the university that you're applying for isn't going to be in your local area, so you probably are going to have to relocate, may have to pay for hospital accommodation, and you're doing 30 hours a week of placements, not throughout the whole degree. It is 50-50, so 50% of the time you will be out on placement doing 33 hours of work a week that you're not being paid for. I do want to say, for those of you guys who are in a very similar predicament as to what this guy asked me on Instagram, is that please make sure you clarify the fine details with your employer. I know with the nursing degree apprenticeship program, sometimes trusts will say, we're going to pay for your tuition fees, or we're not going to pay for your tuition fees. We'll pay your salary while you're on the degree or while you're on the nursing degree apprenticeship program. However, after the 4 years, we expect you to work as a nurse, as a Band 5 registered nurse at this hospital for the next 3-4 years. If you know that you absolutely love that trust, that you live in the local area, you know that you're not going to be moving anywhere anytime soon, then that may be a really good option for you. However, if you know you want to do the nursing degree apprenticeship program, but you're thinking, oh, in the next 5 years, or you're thinking, as soon as I've done this apprenticeship degree program, I'm going to move to a different part of the country, I'm going to move elsewhere, then it may not be the best option because you are financially tied into that program. Another thing I want to say is that I'm not too sure with the nursing degree apprenticeship program, but I am aware of other apprenticeship programs in general out of the nursing field, and I know that a lot of them pay for your tuition fees, pay for you to go to university and do all the assessments and all that stuff. And the requirement is that if you finish the apprenticeship program, then they'll pay all your tuition fees. However, if you get to year 1.5 of that program and you decide you want to opt out, then you are then liable to pay for the tuition fees for the previous 1.5 years. I'm not sure if it's the same with the nursing apprenticeship degree program, but like I said, make sure you clarify it with your employer. The main things you want to know is how long is the program going to be, and if you can transfer any credits. If you have any credits, then the program may be shorter than 4 years, but like I said, if you're starting from ground zero, then it may be around 4 years. Second thing you want to know is whether your tuition fees will be paid, and whether your tuition fees will be paid regardless of whether you finish the program. And then the third thing you want to know is that if you're expected to work as a Band 5 registered nurse as soon as that program is over, or whether you're free to work any part of the country. Those are the 3 things that you want to clarify. Like I said, I don't believe the nursing degree, the 3-year nursing degree, is better than the 3-year degree apprenticeship program. They do have their benefits and their disadvantages, but I will say that for myself now, if I was coming straight out of college and I had the option to do the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree, and I also had the option to do the 3-4-year nursing apprenticeship degree program with a local hospital, then I would defo go for this. Particularly if they're saying that they're going to pay me a salary, that they're going to pay for my tuition fees. Like, come on. Like I said, it really does depend on what position you are in. I do want to talk about isolation. I think some people may think that, oh yeah, the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree program is way better because you get that university experience. But I can say, and I'm sure a whole bunch of nurses and a whole bunch of midwives will also agree with me when I say that in comparison to other university students, nursing students and midwifery students who do the 3-year undergraduate nursing degree at university, you don't really get much of the university experience. So don't feel like that if you're going on the nursing degree apprenticeship route, that you're going to be isolated, that you're not going to have that many friends or stuff like that. You are still associated with a university. You are still associated with a group of like-minded people who are on the same program as you. So don't think that if you go this route that you're going to be alone, and don't think that if you go this route you're going to have like an absolutely popping social life, because it really isn't the case. If you've been watching my videos from way back, then you'll know that a nursing and midwifery students, you only get 7 weeks annual leave a year in comparison to other students who get 3 months off just during their summer break. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about in terms of, I don't want to say social isolation, but in terms of like social life and stuff. Don't think that it's going to be any better on the 3-year degree, and don't think that it's going to be any better on the undergraduate nursing degree program, on the apprenticeship program. It really does depend on what your personality is. I really hope that does answer your question. Like I did say at the beginning of this video, it really is dependent on your situation, and I don't want to come on here and be telling people what to do, particularly when it's like a 3-4 year degree. Like there is a lot that is involved. So make sure, again, you clarify the fine prints with your employer, you clarify the fine prints with the university, and ultimately, contact as many people, have as many discussions with different types of people who have done their apprenticeship program, people who have done the nursing degree program, and just weigh up the benefits and the pros and the benefits for you. What I may consider a pro and a benefit may be completely different from you, may be completely different from the next person. But anyway, thank you for contacting me on Instagram. I do hope this video was helpful. If you do have any dilemmas, then make sure you follow me on Instagram, put your dilemmas on there, and the most frequent dilemma, then I'll do a video addressing it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.